is, running it down on these niggas.
Sex, drugs, money, and murder, my nigga. You know how we get it, my nigga. Still be painting them bitches, my nigga. Ripping that roll, fucking your bitches. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. 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 Niggas, they never will hurt you. Niggas, they never will hurt you. Sex, drugs, money, and murder. Sex, drugs, money, and murder.
Got the tracks right, understand how to get that. Ran down on them niggas with a flip back, new and
What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Bulletz, Gotti. I really didn't want to do this video, you know what I'm saying? Because I woke up, you know, I went back to sleep. I woke back up, had a crazy headache, so I went to sleep. As soon as I wake back up, I heard DMX is in the hospital and critical, and he's brain dead, and he in ICU, right? The sad thing about that situation, right? I'm not gonna even lie to you. I had a conversation about, you know, like, who's gonna be, you know, the next rapper that's gonna go, or just an icon that was so impactful to the culture and to the game that they're gonna take out of here. And I ain't really seen X, man, but, you know, I used to have conversations about, like, X, man, like, the dude was too real for the game. You know what I'm saying? He was real. You gotta understand, the dude went through a lot in his life. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth to prison. His mother basically leaving him in a group home. Him not having his father in his life. Having the love for his grandmother. And basically him, you know, influencing him, you know, with the word and you know, having a love for, you know, the Bible, having a love for, you know, religion. You know what I'm saying? If you listen to all the DMX music, it's always been spiritual. It's always been in touch with the spirituality and life and the trials and tribulations that you go through. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta understand, man, like, I always listen to, like, DMX interviews, right? I always could never understand, you know, certain things that, like, what he was going through. You know what I'm saying? And then I started to realize what he meant by the things, because, you know, when you feel like the world is against you, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of things, you know, shouldn't be given to you when you done went through so much in life, when you done went through your trials and your tribulations, when you done went through, you know, the BS, when you done went through, you know, the negativity, the fake friends and all that. You know, and one thing I saw about X was that dude was a good dude. But like he said in his documentary, man, you know, DMX protected Earl. You understand what I'm saying? And I couldn't understand that, you know, that the persona of DMX was his shield through the illness of this world. Through the fake love, through the negativity, through the, you know, the BS, through the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And, like, hearing that he got a bad batch, that shit hurt, man. That shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt, man. Because the last time I saw X, man, you could see he was happy. You know what I'm saying? He was finally happy. You know what I'm saying? Finally happy. It felt like, you know, this time was going to be like his time that he would be able to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? I was watching my big bro Hassan talk about it. It's like, damn, man. Like, it make you feel like, damn, like a lot of dudes love DMX. You gotta understand that, man. Like, he was like, you know, he made grown men cry. You know what I'm saying? There ain't that many rappers will make grown men cry, you know what I'm saying, to certain records. You know what I'm saying? And I'm keeping it real, like, between him and Tupac, these are only two rappers that actually had a message and was keeping it real in their music. And made grown men cry. Like, literally made grown men cry. You know what I'm saying? Like they stood for something. You know what I'm saying? Well, most rappers will, you know, tell you about the luxury things and the luxury items, which is nothing wrong with flashing and boasting, you know, in your music. I always, you know what I'm saying, that's one thing you gotta have a bravado and a perception as a rapper. But one thing that I felt about Pac and X is that dudes had a message. You know what I'm saying? When you come from nothing and then you rose to something, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of, it makes you really feel like, do I really deserve this? Do I really deserve all of this? Like, I remember, like, Nima said, you know, one of his, like, I was watching Herb Gotti was talking about, like, how he was, like, rejecting fame. Like, even though he had so much fame and had so much money, he was rejecting it. Because so much of the sin, so much of the demons that he was dealing with. You understand? DMX was dealing with a lot of demons. And the loss of his grandmother, like, when I listened to that record, Miss You, it was a beautiful song. You know what I'm saying? It was a powerful song because around that time I had lost my great grandmother. I used to listen to that song back to back. I still to this day, when I lost my aunt, I played that song back to back. When I was going through so much depression, because, you know, we get depressed, man. And music helps a motherfucker through their depression. And DMX music helped the nigga through a depression, you know, depression state. You know what I'm saying? And, like, the dude had powerful songs. Like, Slippin' is one of my favorite songs because I understood what he was talking about on that record. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking about how he was trying to navigate through life and try to basically slip from the cracks. Like, he felt like he was slipping through the cracks, but he was trying to basically get on the straight and narrow path for life to do something constructive for his family. Instead of going back and forth to jail and going back and forth doing bids, he wanted to do something constructive for his family. And if you listen to the record, like, he talked about how, you know, his relationship with his mother, you know what I'm saying? Like, DMX went through a lot. If you see a man that went through a lot like he went through, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, to be 50 years old, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you know, thought DMX would have been out of here before 50, you know what I'm saying? But just to see him suffering right now, it's hard for a lot of people, man. It really is, man. It's sad. Because, you know, when you see the great ones go like this, or the great ones is in this type of state like this, it's sad. You know what I'm saying? And I always tell people, this is why, you know, fuck fame, man. Because this is shit you got to go through when you got fame. It's beautiful at first. But it's ugly when it gets to the end. You know? Look at Whitney. Look at Prince. Look at Mike. Look at all the people that have died. You know, Jimi Hendrix. You know what I'm saying? Tupac, Biggie. You know, Pop Smoke, Aaliyah. You know, Lisa Left Eye. You just look at most of the people that have died. You know, that left this earth because of fame, man. Fame is the biggest curse and the biggest monster out here. That it leads to people's death and demise. You know what I mean? Success is great. When you go through so much, they don't want to see you win. And I had a conversation about DMX, man. I don't know. I had it with somebody, man, and I said, yo, I said, like, I felt like, you know, he was doing good with his life, right? And they gave him a chance, and, like, he really, like, literally did what he was supposed to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got himself clean. He was starting a new family. He was more happy. But a lot of times, old habits always catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? Old habits always catch up. You know, it's always been like that with life. You know what I'm saying? Your demise always come from the people that surround you. Because a lot of times, a lot of people around people is not the right people to be around them. You have a lot of foul individuals that come around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And when you have the people that bring you drugs or, you know, bring you the negative things, man, these are leeches. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of leeches that come that will always be the demise of a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Always will be the demise. You know? And to keep it real, man, when you so deep, you know, I'm gonna keep it real, man. They just don't want to see people, you know, live their life. You know what I'm saying? And be happy. This world is what it is. It's a deception. It's all full of deception, smoke and mirrors, and illusion. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people's hurt by this because, like I said, man, DMX meant a lot to a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? He meant a lot. You know, to me growing up, man, he was that dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was that dude. Like, he's still my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Till this day, I don't care what nobody say. Like, I grew up on DMX. That was my favorite rapper growing up as a kid. You know what I'm saying? And see a dude that you grew up listening to, right? Suffering like that, man. That's just sad, man. That's just sad, man, because, like, it shouldn't be him, man. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't. You know, you wouldn't wish this on your best friend. I thought it was some type of joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm being honest with you. I didn't think it was real. I had to really look at it and say to myself, damn, it is real. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally looking at, I had to watch, I saw a bunch of videos and I'm thinking I'm dreaming. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking that this is real. It's happening. You know what I'm saying? And I had a conversation with a couple people and I said, you know, it's gonna be a rapper that's gonna leave here, or somebody that everybody loves that's gonna leave here, man, and it's gonna touch the people. And sad to say, man, it's like they don't want that man. They don't want that man to live, man. They want him out of here. You know what I'm saying? They want him out of here. Demons want him out of here. If you listen to that song, Damien, man, he, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of records that you listen to by DMX, man. He always predicted, you know, these type of days, man. You know, even in his visuals, even in his videos. You know what I'm saying? Even in certain movies, you know, that he did. You know what I'm saying? You knew what was gonna happen. You know, the problem is like, you didn't think that a dude that went through so much, that finally was at peace with life, that was able to be happy, you know what I'm saying, that was able to enjoy his life, that was able to basically, you know, finally, I saw X, man, when I went to see him in 2019, right? I think he had just came home from the Fed. You know what I'm saying? He was good because I seen X plenty of times before. And when I seen him, I was like, damn, X he looked much better. He gained weight, but he looked much better and he looked happy. You know what I'm saying? He looked happy. And then in 2020, I started seeing him, you know, running around, doing his thing, looking much happier. You know what I'm saying? He was looking more happy than he ever been. You know what I'm saying? He started a new family. You know what I'm saying? He was getting married, I think. And he was so happy. And I saw it in his face. I saw the happiness in that man's face. Like, finally, he's at peace with life. You know what I'm saying? Because he was fighting demons so many times. You know what I'm saying? When he got that second chance, when he was in court, and the judge, you know, literally broke down and cried when they played Slipping. You know what I'm saying? Because that man faced a lot of demons. You know, that man went through a lot of demons. But like they said, man, the devil not going to let you go, man. That's what a lot of people don't understand. The devil not gonna let you go and not gonna let you gonna leave this earth happy. He's not gonna let you, live your life. The devil's not gonna let you do that. You know what I'm saying? The devil's gonna always come back and trap you. And will always try to take you out your misery. That's just how the devil works. You know what I'm saying? That's how Satan works. You know what I'm saying? Satan will ride you. You know what I'm saying? And you fight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we all try to fight the demons. You know what I'm saying? I have my days when I'm fighting the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Satan want to ride me. A lot of times. And it's been so many times that I feel like I try to, overcome those. But the devil, like I said, don't want people to be happy. They don't want you to be in peace. A lot of stuff that's going on, man, it's a spiritual war out here. You know what I'm saying? And what X is going through, God felt that he fought enough. It's time for his son to come home. And it's sad because I really didn't want to hear this, and I really didn't want to see this. I really didn't even want to do a video about this. But I had to, because that's my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? And to hear a dude that I grew up listening to. My mom, she loved DMX. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother fucking loved DMX. You know what I'm saying? When I told her, she was like, she was like sad to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude, Irv, talked about how like Dame fronted on X. And Jay and Dame was fronting on him saying that nobody would listen to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like how he barking on records and what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And Jay and them felt like we the voice of the streets because we the hustler spokesman. You know what I'm saying? And they fronted on him because he talked from the soul and he talked to the people that was the dudes that was the have-nots, the dudes that wasn't the dudes that didn't have the money like Jay and wasn't in the club popping bottles. He talked to everybody. You know what I'm saying? DMX talked to everybody. Not just the hustlers, not just the street dudes, but he talked to everybody in his music. And that's why he had like a broader fan base, you know what I'm saying? Like he had a fan base that was of every nationality and every color. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember watching, him when they did Woodstock 99, right? And people put that up. It's been a long time since I've seen that, right? Because I remember watching that on pay-per-view. And this is when he had just blew up with the 2 albums. And when you watch his performance at Woodstock 99, it blew, people just went crazy. You know what I'm saying? And Ice Cube was on that bill. You know what I'm saying? With Ice Cube, and I think Marilyn Manson was on that bill. There was a lot of people that was on that bill. But DMX carried that show. And he carried Def Jam on his back. And the way he was mistreated at Def Jam always rubbed me the wrong way with Jay-Z, because this man carried that record label. You know what I'm saying? When Def Jam was going through their financial shit, when they wasn't having the right artists, they were just signing anybody. But the artists that they were signing wasn't able to do what DMX did for that company. X carried that company just like LL carried the company before him. He carried that whole company on his back. You know what I'm saying? And then for him to be dropped from the company, you know what I'm saying? Let go out his contract and play by a dude that he basically thought was a friend. You know what I'm saying? And that's what the industry do, man. They spit you up. After they finish using you, they spit you up and chew you out. You know? Because you don't go, with they demands, or you're not a part of the, how you say, the club that everybody else is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I always say, man, like, fame could be a motherfucker for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And like, to watch this shit happened, and like how I said, man, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit hurt because this is a nigga that everybody love, man. We love DMX, man. We love this dude.